So I think that what we should be teaching men is restraint. And I think that you probably grew up with restraint. I think that,
For sure.
you know, your parents probably were like, you know, men and women are different and you need to respect women and you need to make sure that your sexual desires, or maybe you didn't have this talk explicitly, but you at least knew in yourself that you needed to control those urges because you are bigger and stronger than women. And you need to be respectful to them. Mm-hmm. So that's what I say when I say that men are animals and when I say that you are predisposed to certain behavior. I don't think that every man is a rapist. I think that certainly every man has the predisposition to possibly want to rape, but I don't think...
You're saying every man?
That's ridiculous.
Also, you can't say that.
How is that ridiculous?
You're saying every man feels... like wants to do that?
No, I'm saying that they all have the predisposition. They all have male sexual aggression. They all have testosterone.
That's incredibly a sexist statement to make. You're basically...
How is that a sexist statement? We know that that is true. Most of who commits violent crime is male. Most of who commits sexual violent crime is male. This is ridiculous.
That's the apex fallacy. You're looking at people who commit crime is such a small percentage of men. You can't attribute to all men the actions of some...
How are 80% of women sexually harassed or sexually assaulted? How is
I reject that statistic.
Okay, well, you can reject whatever you want. What remains true and what is material reality is that men are more sexually aggressive, and one of the reasons that we are different is male sexual aggression.
What do you mean by sexual aggression? I want to be very precise in the words we're using here. Precisely, what do you mean by sexual aggression?
Sexual aggression.
But
testosterone predisposes you to be aggressive.
Men have higher sex drives. I agree with you there. Men
yes, but they are more aggressive
sex.
In general.
Yes, sure. I don't disagree with you. Men are more aggressive because of
so what's the problem?
Testosterone. Well, your statement was that all men have this potentiality to be.
They do. Being a man.
That's a sexist statement.
Having testosterone coursing through your veins.
I have a different statement for you. Most men are good, decent men that would never do something like that. How about that?
We'd all like to think that.
Yes, most men are not out there committing crime. It's an apex fallacy. You're looking at a small proportion of men.
I know that most men are not. I'm saying that they have the propensity to.
The criminality.
That does not mean that every man is doing it, but every man could.
Every man.
I think that
sure, any man or woman could commit any number of crimes.
Great, but men are more likely to. That is just true.
I think referencing...
Let me ask you a question. Would you make that same argument if we changed the conversation from sex to race?
What do you mean?
Is there a race that might be more likely to commit certain crimes?
Yes.
You're treading a little dangerously there. Are
you
sure you're... Okay.
When we're talking about...
I want you to be intellectually and logically consistent.
Wait, continue. Yeah, I want to hear more.
So
yeah,
go on.
Go ahead. I talk about this all day. This is my job. If you're trying to get me to bite like a racist bullet, I'm not fucking afraid to talk about statistics.
Wait, I actually want to know. Like, no shit.
I'm just saying.
I'm actually interested.
Look, okay. I want to get back to kind of what I was, and I feel like I've missed my place here a little bit. First off, most men are good men. That would never commit such a heinous crime.
Sure.
But I do think it is a sexist statement to say that all men or most men have the potential to do that. When I look at a man, I don't see the potential to be a criminal. When I see positivity.
You're a man, and you're a man.
But I see the good in men. I don't see the bad in men. Most men are wonderful people.